If people in chat can let me know how bad this is, that would be great. Um, but yeah, hopefully everybody can hear me now and they can hear
Cool.
you. Um,
I'm gonna refresh the browser too so that I can monitor chat also because I'm getting like I got a browser issue on my end, not yours.
cool. And it looks like
Yeah,
I can also intermittently mute myself to see if that'll work for now too. So,
great.
yeah, okay. Awesome. So, maybe let's start over from the beginning
Okay,
because
cool.
no one could hear anything. Um,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
hope I answer the same. Watch, my answers are inconsistent. I'm just
that's
kidding.
fine. For most of the interviews I've done, that's been fairly common. Is people will. The reason I do written interviews usually is because I will write it out and give it to the person to read, and then they'll go through and they'll
Oh
be like,
yeah,
"Oh, I fucked up here, here, and here."
right.
So it's kind of nice to give
Or like
people the
give,
opportunity to like think things through or check the receipts to make sure things are right.
yeah, or like give us time to think about what we want to say.
Yeah, exactly. So let's go back
Cool.
to what tools you use to create the sticker. Would you mind, going over that a little
Yes.
bit again?
Yes. So I am not going to have any shame this time around when I answer, and I'm going to say that I used MS Paint because it just did what I needed it to do. It's a very simple sticker design. It's a like gold font on a green background. Um, I was looking at Canva, which is a free web application that has offerings for all kinds of different designs and templates and fonts and frames and all kinds of things that are like beyond my design knowledge. But in the end, after taking a look and just like comparing different fonts that already came naturally, like with my operating system, it seemed like I was able to get close enough and I could do some of the gradients and shading that I wanted to do with the sticker literally in MS Paint. And so like sometimes you just got to make it work. And so that's what I did. I definitely like have goals, like aspirational goals to one day get a little bit better at graphic design, but like that's like such a long way off for me. And yes, confirmation that you can be heard now.
Awesome.
You did it.
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people I've interviewed that have said they've used MS Paint. A lot of people who create stickers seem to not have that background, and I'm
Yeah,
use the tool that does the job, right? Um,
exactly.
yeah, I don't know if you've ever seen the unattended device sticker, but it's like it's got so many small details with it, and the person like made it because they wanted good DPI. They made a huge sticker in MS Paint and like worked on every itty bitty little
Oh my
detail.
God.
So
I love that. I used to do art like that actually. This is like kind of a tangent, but I used to do art by taking a photograph of my friends or like a band that I really liked and then zooming it way, way out and then individually like replacing every pixel with a slightly different color just to make it look like more pop art so that when I like put it back at 100%, it was I mean, it was like MS Paint quality, but it was a painting or like a piece of art of my friends. Just really silly, like going pixel by pixel.
no, that's cool. I completely understand that. I also like I love recreating old art, but with like the spray paint can in Microsoft Paint and being like, I don't know, I'm gonna do it,
Oh
but weird. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There was a comment about the mix that I'm too loud, so I'm just gonna move my microphone a little
Nope.
bit further away if that helps.
I already changed it.
Oh, sweet, you're so smart. Good
My
job.
yeah, I was playing around with things anyway, so yeah.
I don't know how to adjust mixes in OBS, so like in my mind that was like a super complicated manipulation.
No, so I'm on OBS Studio, and it's actually got the audio mixer right at the bottom,
Nice.
and so I can see exactly what's happening there. So it's pretty quick, and I should have realized I wasn't making noise earlier, really. But yeah, so I like this. Like you were talking about how with the green, you kind of tried to make it not flat. You did some extra things to it. Can you describe that process?
Yeah, so I think that was primarily done in Canva, which was basically just creating a background and then using the tool to say like that I wanted it to be a gradient. So I chose like this deeper forest green and then a black that wasn't like the purest black. And then again, like Canva had some of the functionality within it to just like adjust the gradient and like say how extreme I wanted it to be. And so like Canva was really the primary area where I manipulated the background. And then Paint is where I added the yellow gold text to it. Yeah. Yeah, so I started with 300. I bought them specifically for a conference I was attending called ShellCon, which happens in LA in October. We are going virtual this year. I'm on the board, so like check us out if you want. ShellCon LA is the Twitter. Shameless plug. But I figured I have another sticker design, and I bought 500 of those, and I bought fewer of this one because to be honest, like for me, I love this sticker so much, but like I can understand how some people might be put off by it. And I was honestly a little apprehensive about what kind of interactions I would get if I just like handed them out willy nilly or like dropped them on random like sticker swap tables because I felt like potentially I was opening myself up to have conversations that like I didn't necessarily want to have, especially at a conference like when I'm trying to learn and enjoy myself and like network with people. I don't, and honestly, like get drunk, but like I don't necessarily always want to have conversations around like arguing feminist topics or like arguing the value of consent, which I felt like I could potentially be opening myself up to if I wasn't careful. So I started with 300 because I felt like that would be a really safe number. There's probably 1,000 people that had attended ShellCon last year, so I didn't expect to go through all 300, and then I would be able to keep it for a local Seattle conference called HushCon, and like give them out to people who I felt comfortable offering them to. And with this other sticker design that I had, like anytime I wanted to offer somebody stickers, I would show them both designs and say, like, you can take none, one, or both. And I was really happy about how many people decided to take both. But it was also really interesting to just like notice, observe. I don't want to say analyze because I feel like that's too strong, but like it was definitely noticeable, like who was not taking this consent or GTFO sticker. So like that's a very long-winded story, but like I'm really happy and proud to say that like I have run out. I had a lot of interest at HushCon, and then I had some at Shmoo. And so I was able to like basically give away my first run at the end of Shmoo, and I'm in the process of printing more because I'm really proud of this sticker. I'm proud of some of the connections that I've made. There has been more interest. So I'm probably going to be ordering like 500 to 1,000, and just like I know that that's a huge number for me, but like I think that it's like I think there it warrants it. I think the demand warrants it. I think like I proved myself wrong that people are actually pretty interested in this sticker.
Yeah, that's awesome. So, like, I know a lot of people love handing out stickers in person because you can trade them and things like that. Um,
Yeah.
is there any other way that you give out your stickers? Like, any other methods?
Yeah, so definitely like some of the smaller cons that I've been to just had tables. So I'd like display them on the tables, and I just like stack a bunch of like 10 or 15 and then just kind of swipe down so that you could like get a whole like fanned out display of them. The other element is I ran CouchCon in May, like mid May, which was just, I mean, I call it CouchCon and it was a con, but like it was just haphazardly put together in a few days with the help of some like really incredible people and speakers, and just a like 1 day event. And So as part of that con, I tried to see like how many I had left and like included them in the like package of stickers that I sent as swag to some of the speakers. But primarily it has been like when I get to know you and like we've established some kind of relationship and like we decide that we're both cool, then I will like dip into my little stash, my little like goodie bag, my purse basically, and offer the stickers and again say like you can take one, none, or both. Yeah.
Yeah, so I really appreciate that method. I mean, you're asking a lot of consent when giving away your stickers. Like, you're not just throwing them in people's hands like some people do
So
at conferences,
meta.
right? Yeah. Like, been so many times I have had somebody shove stickers into my hand. They're like, "Oh, you want some?" I'm like, "What is it?" And like, and I get a bunch
Whoa.
of stickers, and they're like, "Not stickers I appreciate," and I've been like, "I'm this is not my style," and I feel like I don't want to spread them more, and like,
Yeah.
so I don't want to put them down on a table, which is like totally what you can do with some stickers when you don't want them, is like pass them along and trade them. But like,
Right.
I have, so like these boxes in the back here, I have one of those full of stickers, and they're just some that are like not great, and I feel uncomfortable necessarily like spreading around and things like that. So it's nice that you asked that consent when giving away a consent sticker.
Yeah, well, I'm also really surprised that people just shove stickers in your hand like that. Like that seems very aggressive and unnecessary.
I mean,
Yeah. Are we surprised? No, I'm just kidding.
exactly. But yeah,
Yeah.
so was this your first sticker you ever created, or have you created others before this one?
Yeah. So I created another one, which is a little dino sticker. It's like a T-Rex wearing a Stegosaurus hoodie and like sitting at a laptop. That was my first ever design that like my friend Lucy made. But concurrently, as I was making that design, I was making this consent or GTFO one. So like in my initial print run, I ordered like stickers from both designs. So yes, this is my first sticker. And yeah, I don't know if I have like inklings or aspirations of designing more. I think like for me, consent or GTFO kind of sums it up, and then the dino sticker like also represents me. So like I'm pretty happy with those for now.
That's awesome. So when you go to conferences, do you collect a lot of stickers yourself, or are you pretty choosy about which ones you take home?
Yeah, I used to take whatever. Previously, like in previous years when I was going to DEF CON, like my company couldn't send everybody. And so like I was sent because like of the functionality that I had or the role that I was in. Like at one point I was the manager of a team there, so they sent me as like the team manager. So I would grab just like whatever stickers I could find so that I could make little like packages for the people who weren't able to attend DEF CON so they could still kind of get like some of the swag. I mean, obviously, like it's not the same at all, but like I just thought it would be cool. So I used to like very like indiscriminatorily, I don't know if that's even a word, indiscriminately, like just take every sticker that I could possibly find. And I think over the years, like specifically within the last probably 2 years, I've gotten a lot more choosy about what stickers I choose to take home. One, because like I don't need every sticker. Like just because I have access to it doesn't mean that like I need to have it. It doesn't need to have like if it doesn't have some like special meaning or if it's not a company I support or if it's not a message I support specifically, then like even if I think it's cool, like I don't need to take it for myself. Like I don't need to own it. I would rather go to somebody who can like appreciate it so much more. And like that's so like woo, I guess. But I really do feel like that. Like just because I have access to the resource doesn't mean I need to take it. And so I'm much more discerning now, and I take ones that either like are designed by people I really like appreciate or like have gotten to know in this interaction like at a conference, like some sort of like in-person interaction or like a closer connection through Twitter, or it's like a product I really love or a design or message I really love, and it's like something that I also would want to like implement and potentially like swap one day and like have a story behind. So I think like I don't need to own stickers just for the sake of owning a ton of stickers. I want to have ones that like actually matter to me and like maybe even put them somewhere someday because right now they're all just in a box also.
Are there any stickers that have really stood out for you? Like you're talking about how you only take ones that mean something to you. What is a
Yeah.
favorite sticker you've picked up this year?
Yeah, so I would say like this it's actually on my laptop that I'm using, so I can't share it unfortunately, but it's a rectangular black sticker and it in all caps it's like impact font or something. Like it's not that exciting of a font. But just in white lettering, it says empathy, kindness, respect. And I have that like in the center of my laptop, like basically covering the logo. And that one like it's not one that I saw like through the infosec community, so like I can definitely come up with an example if you want one in infosec community, but like that one was really important to me because like those are principles that I want to remind myself to implement in all of my interactions. And I think also having it on display means that like other people can expect those things from me, and like potentially because they see that on my laptop, like they will offer those things to me as well. And so I think that that message is like very, very fucking important. And it doesn't say a lot. Like it just says empathy, respect, kindness. But like I think it's super impactful. And especially the fact that it's just black and white and doesn't have any extra designs or like there's no sparkles, there's no like, you know, ribbons, nothing. It's just like white on black, rectangle, all caps font. Like it its message is loud and clear, you know.
That's cool. Yeah. It's neat figuring out what stickers are really impactful to people and why. Like, I think, looking at the back of people's laptops really show a lot about them, like what they
Mhm.
appreciate. Like, I know some people who only pick stickers that are certain colors to put on the back of their laptops, and that's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool. Um, are there any stickers that you've seen on anyone else's laptop that you want one of?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Um Yeah, like there are so many it's hard to even recall. Right now my friend Glitch just said that he was going to do like basically like a mystery swag bag. And so there's one that was about like NFC implants or something that I really wanted because I have a friend who has an NFC implant in her hand. And so I thought it would be really perfect for her to like have this NFC implant sticker. But yeah, I'm having a hard time coming up with one that I think I would really want because there are so many beautiful designs.
Awesome. Yeah, I that's the thing I think I'm missing the most about the conference season right now is the lack of new stickers that I've seen, and because to me it's just like a great way to start a conversation, which is why we're talking, right? Like an opportunity to talk about the effort that people
Totally.
put in. Um, if somebody wanted one of your consent or get the fuck out stickers, how can they get one right now? Is there a way that you're distributing those?
Yeah, so I am going through the run, so it'll be like probably a 2 week time period, but just find me on Twitter. I'm gonna just type in the chat right now. It's the same as my handle on Twitch, but find me on Twitter and reach out, and I will just add you to the list. I already have a list of people who would want some, and I can just get them out to you in the mail as soon as I have them myself. But I'm super happy to share my stickers, especially the consent or GTFO. Like, unfortunately, there are so many of us who like have a very personal reason for why this sticker matters to us. And so I can definitely understand like it really does carry a pretty strong message, I think. And so I'm like super happy to share. And again, like I said, I'm probably going to order like 1,000 depending on the price point. So I'll have plenty to go around.
That's cool. Where have you printed stickers before, or where are you looking to print stickers now?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I need to work on because my initial run was through Sticker Mule, and I've heard that Sticker Mule is super problematic. And like, I'm pretty sure the thing that I heard was that their owner like supports Trump or something like that, or like doesn't support Black Lives Matter. And so I haven't actually done the research yet. It's like on my list of to-dos for this week, but I need to find another sticker printing shop that isn't Sticker Mule because of some of the political stuff that I've heard. Like, I don't want to support a company that doesn't support causes and initiatives that I care about, right? So if you have any recommendations, Straithe, like I would love to know where you think I should get them printed, because Sticker Mule's out.
Yeah, that's been one of my struggles too, is I've had a number of people asking where to print stickers, and I've got like a list of 10 places, but it's
Mm-hmm.
hard to go through and do all of that research on every single one.
Right.
And you never know where uncomfortable information might be hiding about the sticker companies, so it's kind of, stressful being the person
Yeah.
to recommend a new place that people should try out, especially, if I just haven't had time to do the homework myself yet, but I'm
Right.
definitely
Exactly.
open to hearing about new places too. So I can research that and get back to you.
Cool. Yeah, I'm going to do the research on my own and I'll let you know. And like, I agree with your point. Like, it is really hard to find some of that problematic information, or like to really understand like if this is a company that you want to support or not, because it's not like that information's like blatantly available, like super easy to find. So I'll let you know in my own research, because like I said, like I had a lot of interest in the past couple of days, specifically for this sticker, and so I know that I need to do another run, and it's like hot. It's like on the top of my list in my mind.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, do you have like any other sticker information about yourself you'd like to share?
um I don't know. I just think like I hope that the message for people who do see this sticker, like they get it. Like consent. I mean, I think it's kind of funny too. Like I saw somebody put it on like a USB hub, and I thought that was really funny. Like, don't plug into this hub without my consent. Like, I think that that's a really cute placement of it. But I hope it's also like in general, like we all take a second to reflect on like what consent looks like, and like how consent informs our interactions, and like make sure that we're asking for consent, because I feel like we don't do that very much, like as a society. Like we don't ask if we can hug people, or we don't ask if they're comfortable with like physical touch, and like I think sometimes that's really taken for granted. And like it's not just asking consent like to have sex, it's like consent to share information, or consent, yeah, to like share a hug, or like some other, like, putting your arm around somebody or something like that. And like I just don't think that it informs our conversations as much as it should. And so I hope, like, yeah, like I hope people can reflect on it a little bit.
Yeah, I that's a really strong message for sure. I know, like there's enough conferences I've been to, and people overshare and talk about things that you're not necessarily comfortable about, and it's like
Yeah.
you're already there for like 14 hours. You've been walking all day. You should probably get some food, but you have a vodka instead, and you're just like,
Right.
I can't listen to you right now. I need food and sleep. And
Yeah,
so
totally.
it's even harder to put your boundaries up in that scenario. So it's nice when people understand like how to use consent properly.
Right, exactly. Like it's such a good point that you make too. It's like the emotional dumping too. Like even that, like there have been so many conversations that I've like wandered into where people are just like, I'll say how they, like I'll ask them how they are, and then it immediately turns into like some negative, like, oh, everything's falling apart, I hate this, I hate that, and just like an emotional dump. And like I totally understand that like people can be external processors, and they like need to get it out, and like sometimes we all just need to vent. But like even asking for consent in that moment of like, are you emotionally available to hear this? Like, can you listen to me vent without like, because a lot of times like they don't even want advice either, they just want to tell somebody. Like even in those scenarios, like it would be really cool if people would check in and just be like, hey, like things actually haven't been so great, and I would love to tell somebody and like just kind of vent about it. I'm not really seeking advice, so like I don't really need your input, I just like would love to like get this out. Like, how do you feel about that? Like, do you have the capacity to do that right now? And like how simple that is, but like how difficult it is too to like actually like navigate a conversation like that. We just don't do it. And I think a lot of people too think that that would be like weird, you know, like going back to sex, like and like consent within a like sexual dynamic. Like I know so many of my friends in college, like majority were like cis het women, and so many of them like actually like didn't want to follow through on having sex with somebody, but they just felt like it would be super awkward if they said no, because like they would want to like fool around in some ways but just not like not take it fully there. And they were like, yeah, I ended up sleeping with him just because like I didn't know how to say no. And like how cool would it be if like the guy had asked, you know, because then she would have the opportunity, right? So I just think like there's so many areas where consent needs to come into play where we just like we don't have the language for it, we don't have the tools for it necessarily, like it's not part of our common vernacular, and so it's just not utilized as much. But truly, like it is like get consent or get the fuck out.
Yeah, I agree. Like it's such an important concept, and I like that more people, especially in our industry, are starting to clue into it and understand some of the phrases. Um,
Yeah.
and I think that's even for myself. So like sometimes I don't know how to interact with people, and I like emotionally dumping, but I've learned the phrase like, "Hey, are you like available for me to talk
Yes.
about a lot of issues right now?" And it's been helpful. It's definitely grown relationships a lot more and like made things a little bit easier to understand. So I appreciate the concept a lot, and it's so important to have in our everyday lives. Um,
Totally.
but with that, like, so have you had any people approach you like excited about this sticker or to talk to you about it after? Do you get a lot of
Yeah.
positive feedback?
Yeah, I get mixed feedback. I will say, like, some people, and it warms my heart because some people really do have important messages, like around consent or like important experiences around a lack of consent. And so, like, somebody just DM'd me the other day saying, like, hey, I saw your sticker design, and like I know you're doing another run, can you like please send some to me, because I have had like and content warning, like probably going to talk about assault a little bit just because of the nature of consent, but like um yeah, they were like, yeah, I've like had some sexual assault in my life and like had situations where consent wasn't asked of me, and like people just took what they wanted, and so this means like so much to me. And then I have friends who are in like the kink community, and so they love these stickers, and like I have one friend who wanted to take like 30 of them, and I offered them 30 because there was like a kink party that they were going to be going to, that like this sticker would also have meaning for them there, even though it wasn't infosec related, so they wouldn't necessarily understand like the play with like POC or GTFO, but like it's still by itself like a good message. And then the other reaction that I've gotten is like when I have done, do you want one or the other, like, or both, neither, like, I have these stickers. Like when people aren't into it, it is usually like honestly like somebody from the same demographic as everybody else who rejects this sticker, and they just kind of like shake their head and like give me kind of a look like, oh, like I didn't realize who I was talking to, which is kind of funny because like I feel like I put my feminism pretty out there, but when I have had negative reactions, at least it so far hasn't been super like aggressively vocally negative. It's just been kind of a like, ugh, like why gross, and like then they'll walk away.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to hear that most people seem to appreciate the sticker, and I know I always love opportunities to give stickers out. So when somebody wants 30, it's like, yes, please, like take and like spread the message.
Yes,
It's fun.
exactly. And that person too, like, not to give too much information away, but like they live like not in my city. Like we do have completely different like hacker families. So, and like with him also like giving it away to like people in the kink community versus infosec community, like it just felt like it was going to have a farther reach because it wasn't going to be people just like in my local groups or like my local hangouts. It was going to be like completely different scene, completely different like physical geography, like geographical location. So it does feel good to kind of see how far your stickers can go. And like I remember the first time I saw it in the wild, like somebody had taken a picture, and it was that USB hub situation that I referenced earlier. But like somebody had taken a picture of their like wiring that they had just done, and like they're like sitting on the hub was like consent or GTFO, and like a friend of mine sent it to me and was like, "Hey, I found your sticker," and like there were no other stickers in the picture; it was just mine, and it was somebody also who like had quite a large like Twitter presence, which shouldn't matter, but that still feels cool because it's still like the idea that like so many people are seeing this sticker and like might have questions about it, or like therefore might start thinking about like what that sticker means and like what consent means to them, and like maybe that's delusions of grandeur or whatever, but like it does feel really cool to just kind of see like how far some little design that like I thought up in my head can go, you know?
Yeah, I mean, so some of the other people I've interviewed about stickers have said similar things. So, like, it's an opportunity to give back to the community, to alter the community, and to find
Mm-hmm.
your people by seeing your sticker on their stuff. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
is there anywhere else that you've seen your sticker that you've really appreciated, or is it basically like been those few pictures?
Yeah, it's just been a few. I know that like it's gone on some water bottles, and like I I have seen people like immediately throw it on their laptops, which has been really cool, but like I haven't stumbled into it out in the wild. Um for a time I thought that I would like hold on to like 20 of them just to kind of keep with me, like if I were going out to bars or like if I traveled and like saw a place that like had a sticker wall, like maybe I would throw them up there, but like it didn't really that didn't really happen because there was so much demand for this design. And then also like I haven't really gone anywhere very much, right? So like even pre-COVID, like I kind of my travel diminished a little bit, so I wasn't in opportunity like in places where I would have opportunities to see it. But I will say that there's a hacker space in Southern California that has a giant sticker wall, and it's where SparkleCon happens every January. And on that sticker wall is both my dinosaur design and this consent or GTFO design, which I'm really happy about.
Awesome. I love seeing those sticker walls myself. I know I have some hacker friends that literally have a wall in their house that they've started doing this
Oh, so
too.
cool.
Um, but speaking of that, so you've said you have most of your stickers in a box right now. Do you put them other places as well? Like where are you likely to put a sticker?
Yeah, so I have, and it's like in my living room right now, so I'm not gonna go grab it, but I have like a giant Nalgene and that like water bottle, and that one is specifically like when I go on hikes or like go camping or just like do something outdoorsy, like that's the bottle that I'll take. And so it has a giant sticker on it that says "Be fearless." Because I figured like I would probably need that like when I'm like hating my life, like hiking up a mountain or something. Um, and it has another one that's designed from a friend of mine, Bree, and it's a bunch of fingers, like hands, basically, like giving the middle finger, but it's all like different shades of like skin color, and like some have long sleeves, some have like rings, some have their nails painted. And so it's just like this giant collection of like five hands just like giving the middle finger. And that one's really nice too. But for the most part, like on my primary laptop, I'm really careful. It's like the one that I have the empathy, kindness, respect on. Like I'm really careful about the designs that I have on it because I do want to kind of curate that look. And now that I'm thinking about it, like I have, like I'll just probably tweet a picture of it so that everyone can see. But like it is all like feminist related stickers. So like I have one that says like Femmes of STEM, or I have another one that's like the symbol for women, which is the like the circle with the plus sign that like it's like pink and it has like creepy eyeballs on it. It's right here, which is why I'm looking at it. But like that's like more curated. I well, going back to like the root of your question, like I try to be careful about where I put stickers because like I have a difficult time of like attributing value and meaning to every single thing. And so like I feel like if I put it somewhere, like it has to matter and like it has to go there because like aesthetically that would look really good, or like the be fearless on the water bottle thing, like there has to be some bigger meaning to it. And so I'm not as good about actually using the stickers as I am about like storing and swapping them.
Yeah, I understand that. I'm always so nervous when I pull a sticker off the backing. I'm like, oh no, this is forever. Um,
Yes.
but yeah, like
Yeah.
the box of stickers I have, that was one reason why I started collecting them is I bought a bunch of IKEA frames and I wanted to put stickers in them. So at least like if I moved from place to place or I got a new laptop, I'd be able to keep them forever. But now I'm collecting them and trading them at scale at
Yeah.
conferences. So I feel selfish using the stickers to create art. And I know that makes no sense, but that's part of why like I'm doing this whole interviewing about stickers thing. Is at least if I get the stories, I feel it's easier to use them because I mean you understand more of the purpose behind them.
Yeah, totally. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just echo like you should not feel selfish for like wanting to use a sticker at all. Like speaking for myself at least, like I would take so much joy out of my sticker actually being put somewhere, like instead of sitting in a box, which like I guess I should take my own advice on that. But like I think swapping them and like again, like spreading the message, like that's great, but it's also like keeping that item with you. But yeah, I hear you. Like I struggle with permanent things in general. So it does feel like this is permanent. Like I can't put it anywhere else. And like I had this is another tangent, but like so I'm queer, right? And like I had a sticker that was a rainbow flag, and then it had a tree, like an evergreen tree in the middle of it, and it was modeled after like the Cascadian flag, which is the flag of like basically the Pacific Northwest that a friend gave to me. And it was so fucking cool because it was like pride in my location and like pride in my queerness and all of that. And it was like a good size sticker, like probably 3x5. And I put it on a water bottle. And my previous job, we had like a hardware lab that was like super just like industrial, like concrete floors. And I was down there one day with my water bottle, like shooting the shit with one of my coworkers, and I dropped it on the concrete floor, and the plastic water bottle exploded. And like I had to throw it away. And like I threw away that Cascadia sticker that was given to me by a friend and like that I fucking loved. Now, yes, I could go on Etsy or wherever else and like buy the sticker back, but like it doesn't feel right to do that. And so like it really like I'm still not over that, and that happened years ago, right? Like um maybe I'm assigning too much to things again, right? But like I just feel like once you put it somewhere, you got to make damn sure that that's where you want it, and like that it's not going to go anywhere, because like certainly you can't just get a new one. You have to have it given to you by somebody or like happen upon it, right? Isn't that the rule?
It feels like it. Like
Yeah.
one of my younger sisters once gave me like a fish sticker. It wasn't special. It was a fish. And this is right when I first started university, and I'm like, I'm gonna try caffeine. I'm gonna try tea. And so I got one of those David tea canisters, and so you can drink tea right
Oh
out of it.
yeah.
It's pretty cool. But I put the fish on it, and I lost the canister, and I'm like, oh, I feel bad about losing the fish.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel bad about the canister. I can buy another. It's like $12, but I will never get a fish sticker from that younger sister again. And I'm just like,
Right.
oh, I'm a terrible person. So yeah,
Right.
there's
Even though like the fish doesn't have any special meaning to you, does it? It's just like the fact that it was a sticker that was given to you.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I know. Why are we like this?
But then, like we were talking earlier, like you're gonna print 1,000 of these consent or
I
GTFO
know.
stickers, but to the person receiving it, like they'll get one and they'll be like, Oh no. Or they'll be like me,
I
and I'll take
know.
3 of everything, and one to trade, one to just give away, and one I should probably stick on something maybe one day.
Right, exactly. Exactly. And honestly, that's so funny that you say that because when people like have been DMing me asking me for stickers, I've been saying like, is it weird that I'm just sending them one sticker in the mail? Like that doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right to just give them like one, you know? So like I was actually considering like just putting like, you know, two or three of each design that I have in there. And like then I wonder how I run out of 300 in a matter of weeks. But like it yeah, I agree. Like one to keep, one to keep and not put anywhere, one to potentially put anywhere or somewhere and then one to give away. I think like makes absolute sense. So I'm probably going to do that. Um
It's
and but like it makes sense in my like illogical brain, you know?
Yeah, it's like how I treat hardware, you know? You keep one as a reference, but
Yes.
one to hack the shit out of,
Yes.
and then you
Wonder
have the
part.
last one to actually enjoy.
Yeah.
Like
One to brick.
yeah, I have so many Nintendo DSs. I have a problem.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Do
you
you have
get an
stickers on them
opportunity.
now?
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Too many video games. Um, but yeah, so I really appreciate talking about stickers. But I think we're coming up on the hour. Is there anything
Yeah.
else you want to talk about?
No, just want to like say again, like thank you, Straith. One, I think that this is a fantastic idea. I think it's really cool that you're doing it on your Twitch too, so that people can participate, and then you can decide if you want to turn it into like something in a written format, which like I absolutely love. I also just like want to say thanks for letting me be on, and then finally, like I will post a picture of my laptop, and I'll just pin it to my Twitter so that anyone who is watching can oh hey lickety just studied back I'll go post a picture on my Twitter and like show people my design of what my laptop looks like. Yes, it's a Lenovo ThinkPad, judge me, but I'm like pretty proud of the laptop that I have because everything that's on it like has a very specific meaning, and I'd be happy to answer any more questions anyone has about this design or anything related to stickers too. Like my DMs are open.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for talking, and yeah, hopefully I can get you on again sometime in the future for another sticker. But in the meantime, I will ping you about writing this up and writing up the story because I think
Good.
it's fantastic.
Thank you. Straith, do you have a consent or GTFO sticker from like any of our interactions in person that have happened?
I'm thinking I have one, but I'm always
Okay.
happy to get more because I trade them
Yes.
off. One big way I trade is through Jericho. He does his huge worldwide sticker transfers, so I'll usually just take all my leftovers, give them to him, and he just kind of spreads them throughout the world. So,
Cool.
um, yeah. So if you have any you'd like to spread to the world, he's a great person to
Yes.
forward to.
Sweet. Well, then I will DM you so I can ship you some, and then I will figure out how to get connected with Jericho because yeah, I'm super down. But yeah, anybody in the chat who wants a sticker, just hit me up and I will get one out to you in probably 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay. Well, thanks for chatting.
Thank you. Have a great night, Straith. It's always good to see you.
Bye.
Bye.